Hi guys, okay, so I just finished my day 2 of my Core to Force challenge. Today was dynamic strength, today was dynamic strength, and I really liked this one. I liked that it was right after this like fun cardio because it pushed you into something that was like very different. It was a little more traditional with like the push-ups, and there was a lot of push-ups, a lot of upper body, but there was also a lot of really fun core work. And so like I love everything core, and so to combine something with like my upper body that really makes me sweaty, and then to do a lot of core, like that is my type of strength building. And so it's funny because I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday, about how like she just doesn't enjoy being a gym rat. And so I can totally relate to that because like I have a very organized sports background, like a very dominant organized sports background. And so like I grew up playing sports. Both of my parents were dual sport athletes through college. I went on and played Division I volleyball, and so like my life has been in a gym. It has been in a weight room. And so like as comfortable as I am, and I'm also a sports performance coach, so as comfortable as I am there, I personally like moving away from the weights, and I like doing these bodyweight exercises, and sometimes I really enjoy working out barefoot, you know. And so like that's just my style. And I think that's also because I've gotten really into yoga and like just being mindful, and so like I don't really like adding in the extra weight, but you know, teach their own. So this was really fun. What else? I'm doing pretty good on my meal plan. I cheated yesterday, and I had I made these like pumpkin balls for the like these little energy bites for the Super Saturday event I hosted at my house last week, and we had a bunch of extra. And so I had one yesterday, and it's really interesting because now that I feel like I'm like more dialed in on my nutrition than I ever have been. And so when I step on the scale in the morning, and I'm not by any means saying you need to be like obsessed with your scale or whatever, but when I stepped on the scale, I can tell exactly what threw me off. Like I know exactly what threw me off. Like I remember, like I had one of those things last night. I had two. Yeah, I had two. I had 2 of those things last night, and I had a bite of this, like my dad was eating some like coconut milk ice cream or whatever. And I had a bite of that, and it's not like I overate a ton, but as I'm pulling back and as I'm really dialing it in, like I'm starting to see all those little areas in my life where I was like, that isn't that big a deal. Like that's not like, what's one more thing, or like what's a little bit more? And you guys, a little bit more over an extended period of time is like 20 pounds. I mean, come on, like if you're, I mean, a lot of us have gone through that before. Like I personally know that I've gone through that before, where like if you're working out and you're just kind of like not really tracking what you're eating, and you're not paying that like good of attention to it, it's really easy to just let things like slide in because it's fun or you're in the moment. Like I always talk about this with my team, but I'm a very like celebration eater, you know. Like I'm not the type of person to like lay around and like eat when I'm sad or like eat when I'm angry, but like when I'm out or I'm doing something, I'm totally like, oh, I want to try that, like give me that, I want all the appetizers, like I want like all the alcohol, like I want everything. And so that's not very good when you're trying to, you know, when you have fitness goals. And so to rein that back in, and so that's what I'm really focusing on. And so like personal victory, I went to my cousin's art opening the other night, and I only had grapes instead of, there were like cupcakes and champagne, and I didn't eat them because because I want to kick ass this program. And so so day 2 was awesome. I think it's helpful to also have a little, as silly as this sounds, to print off, like they have these little calendars, or one comes with it. Mine is, I'm doing mine on demand right now, like I'm just streaming it because mine hasn't actually physically come yet, and so I'm just streaming it. But so I printed off a little calendar, and so it's fun to like check off the days and to like see what you have next, and to really like treat this like it's a big part of your life. And so I feel like that's one of the reasons that I haven't been successful with programs in the past. For the few that I've like fallen off of, it's because I don't get super dialed in, and I don't treat this like it's a very like a challenge. You know what I mean? And so it's like I'm just kind of like, okay, if I buy the programs, or if I say that I'm doing the nutrition plan, or if I'm in the group, or if I send an email, then I'll be successful, right? I mean, like it feels good to do all those things, but there's so much extra, and there's so much follow-up. And so like it doesn't have to take up your entire life, but if you don't do those small details, that's what comes up and bites you in the ass, and your ass is only gonna get flabbier if you don't dial it in and focus on the details. And so details is, as I am such a big picture type of person, like take it all in, like look to the future, kind of like just keep moving forward. but I know that my downfall is in the details. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really trying to slow down and make sure that I am being very diligent about every single day and tracking every single day. And so today I am not gonna be having any pumpkin balls. I'm gonna get back to my normal meal plan, and yeah, so that's where I'm at. So have a great day. I'll check in tomorrow, and yeah, CDF.